Well, good morning there, ladies and Germans. It's old Pawpaw here. It's a pretty day and I got fresh batteries. So, you know I'm retired and I don't do much work anymore, but when people bring me things like washers and dryers, they're not bringing me ones. First of all, the people that bring me these appliances are people that fix them, okay? And when somebody shows up with one, it's because they haven't been able to figure it out. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got a dryer here that is an estate model. Got the filter in the top. Look at that. Now the problem is it's got a heat problem. It won't heat. So we got to figure out why. So the first thing we have to do is remove these two screws. And then once we get those two screws removed, then we'll go to the next step. Alright. Now, so we got these two screws out. We need to raise the top on it. Like that. Alright. Now the next step is to get this unplugged and take this out and this out and raise up on it so we won't break the little retainers at the base and get the front off. And that's what we're going to do next. Alright, now that we've got the front off, we can reach in here and get this belt off. Like that. Now we can lift out the drum using the belt to help us. And the next thing you want to do is go ahead and get all the lint out. Try to clean the motor up, vacuum that off. Check these wheels, make sure that they're not locked up, and oil them with some safe oil, which I have. Safe for dryer, Zoom spout oil. Get all this out, clean that up. This is the correct way to do it. Just because you have a heating problem and it's not heating no more, yeah, you could change the heater out, but you got to remember that dryer's giving you years of service so far, and it's got this in it. They all do. No matter how conscientious you are about changing that filter, it's all going to get built up. So simply swapping the heater out, and no, that's not the way to do it. This is the way to do it. Alright, now the next thing you got to do is get the back off. Now this is the spec right here. I don't get it how people could install a cord and leave it where it's just somebody can yank it out from the terminals. This thing is supposed to be around this. Alright, now the next thing we got to do is take this back dust cover off. Alright, I haven't done anything to this dryer except take the cover off, and guess what I found, boys and girls? Look at that. That's not even attached. The screw's backed out and it's not even attached. The neutral's right there. Now isn't that interesting? Wonder what other kind of goodies we're going to be finding out about this dryer. Alright, here's where the filter goes down in. And on this side is where the heater is. And the heater has two limits to it. This is a smaller one, is 300 degrees. and this there bigger one is 250. These do not control the heat of the clothes. They are simply safety limits that shut down if it overheats. This is what controls the heat. It's got two large red wires that go up through the heating element, and it has two small purple wires, and the purpose of these two small purple wires is to warm this puppy up a little bit so that it'll shut down quicker for knits or permanent press. Isn't that clever? Alright, so, and this is the fuse, and it is rated at 350 degrees, and if it melts, it's usually because this is all clogged up with lint. So what we got to do next is take this off and see what's going on inside it. Alright, now let's see. Now, we know that the fuse is good because it'll run. They didn't say anything about it wasn't running. But here's how you check it. Take at least one wire off just to be sure. If you get tone, you know you got continuity because you're making a circuit when you touch these together. That's all you're doing. Now I want to see if this one is open. That's a good one. Check this one down here. That's okay. Now from right this point up top through here, that's okay. So the heater element works. No problem there. Now this is these, like I said, these are safeties. This bad boy right here is what does the clothes drying. As the wind blows across it, if it's cold, it'll allow power to go through these two red wires into the heater. Nothing to it. If it's hot though, it'll shut off power and there won't be no heater on. That's the way it works. So it also is working. See, I told you that I only get these gyres where other people hadn't been able to fix it. Got continuity through that cord. Another important thing is between these two hot blades here, you want to make sure you don't get a reed to the frame or chassis. But you want to make sure you do get one when you're on ground or neutral. These are neutral and ground, they're connected to each other basically. Alright, nothing's wrong except for that wire was loose. That's all I've found so far. Maybe that'll do it. But I doubt it. Something else is wrong. Alright, I got the belt pack on there and I'm gonna give it a turn. Make sure it's not twisted and the felt is seated back on the back. And by doing that, you ensure, and that's how. Just stick that in there. Run your belt, the rib side toward the tub. Pull it this way so you can get the belt to loop over the motor and let it go, and then the tension holds it in place. Another thing is, when you're taking the front off, if you pull forward, you're subject to break these little, because that's all that holds the base on. So when you go to get the front off, you need to yank up first before you pull towards you. Keep from breaking these little clips. They're not but a couple of bucks, but it's aggravating as hell to have to go get some more and put them in. Alright, before I go ahead and put the door back on, I just want to do a quick continuity check on that lid switch. It's got two prongs that come out of it. If you get tone, you got contact, you got a circuit, because when you touch your wires, you're making a circuit. So that means it's working. Nothing to it. Alright. So next, I'm going to put the front back on, snap it back down, and we're going to run it. See if it'll heat. I doubt if it will. Don't think it will. Even though that wire was loose, I don't think that's what it was. Alright, now I'm starting to see a pattern on these Invensys timers. There's a heat problem, everything downstairs is okay. These timers have got leaf switches in them. Now that heavy red wire right there, that's coming off the heater. So we're going to have to check that. Let's see, I'll show y'all how to check that. I hope you're seeing that. Stupid camera took a dive on me a while ago. Unplug this one and unplug this one. Come on out of there, boy. Shit. Pull that knob straight off. These Eaton timers used to be built like this off of GE's. Whirlpool is in cooperation with the Midwest Timer Company, I thought. Out of over yonder in Yankee Land up in Michigan. Now, red wire, heat wire. Alright. Put that knob. Okay. How do you check it? How do you check it, JW? Well, totally prepared pawpaw. Alright. Now, turn your faces on stun now, ladies and Germans. Captain, we've got a problem. Now, if you hear the tone, the ship will explode in the next 60 minutes. Alright. Let's see if we can. I'm on that leg where that heavy red wire plugs in. Leg where the heavy red wire plugs in. And I'm going to see, can I get it to, I can't get to say nothing no way around here. I'm going to move it around some. See, it does on that leg right there. I'm not getting this thing to say, alright, and I'm going to turn it some more. Alright, so the puppy's not, it's the timer, right? Yeah, it is. Crappy timer too, I might add. Alright, let's do an autopsy on this bad boy. Maybe we can get her going. These two screws hold the front plate on. There's no retainer ring off the old, like on the old timers. So, in theory, what you do is you take that screw loose and that screw loose, and you remember how the motor sits, and you lift it out, set it right to the side. So now we got the motor off. Get the motor off. Flick it over, and we ease this bad boy cover off here without disturbing the contents. Now, if you'll look very closely on that last terminal right there, it's all buried up. See that? I'm gonna turn it around. See that? Now. Alright. I'm gonna take and clean it up with this fingernail file. Oh! Shoot, JW, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. It's alright. Don't panic yet. Alright. That little arm goes down on that post right there. Let me turn this camera. It's not about me. Okay, let's get it down here where we can see what we're working on, JW, please. This is important. This is important, boys and girls. Alright. Now, can't see whether I got it or not. Alright. Alright, JW, let's see, just for shits and giggles, let's clean them all up. This one looks pretty clean right here. But once they start doing this, you're going to have to basically, let me get that out, get that arm out, JW. I think that arm was, because I could clearly see that burnt up. Now this timer's bad, by the way. You need to buy a new timer at this point in time, because that point right there just looks like it's really about gone. Let's see here now. Put this arm back in twixt here where it goes. Put it back where it goes, JW. Alright. Now, clean that and all. See if we can get this here top back on correct. See, it's offset a little bit, so you can't screw it up really. Flick this over. JW, get your lie straight, boy. Got it. Got it. I hope the camera got that part showing where that point was all just burnt to shit and back. Alright, let's see if it's trying to make up now. Hey, JW, this is. No, I couldn't even resurrect this one. I can't even make it say shit. So it's gone. Gone, bye-bye. New timer needed. Part number W101-85970. And, a nice looking dryer. It's got a lot of good parts to it. It's pretty clean. But you would think something that nice and that new. I mean, it's not hard to swap out or nothing, but I bet the bastard's $80. They ought to make it better than that for that much money, in my humble opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead on and catch you boys and girls on the next go around, because that's all the smart pills I got for this go around. Later, get it.